and our behavior be in alignment. Okay, you saw the numbers that we were projecting. Okay, those numbers are not leadership numbers. Those numbers aren't producer numbers. Now, don't get me wrong, we need to coordinate the numbers, but if I'm off track, I need to know I'm off track. What I'm telling you is the numbers that we were doing in a week, you could do in a day. Okay, I need you to know that. I need you to understand that if you were truly engaged, all those numbers you could do in a day. And if you did them in a day consistently for a week, you would be right back on track. Okay? Now, I'm challenging you guys with that because I'm saying I know that because I'm in the business you guys are in. Okay? And I have coached RVPs. And I've coached RVPs with far less talent than what we've got on this call. Okay? Far less talent. But the one thing they did is that they were all in. Okay? So that's going to be the biggest separator. Were you all in terms of what you're doing? Not what you're doing. Well, this is what I'm doing. No, say what you're doing. You don't have to tell me what you're doing. Just show me the results. Show me what you are. Well, let me tell you about all the people that missed out. No, I don't need to hear about all the people that didn't do it. I don't need to hear about all the people that stood you up. I need to hear, are you all in on the activity? Because your regiment, routine, and discipline will tell me, and it'll show up in your active numbers. That's why I increased some of you guys' numbers, because it was important as a coach that I say, okay, let me look at where we are and say, on paper, there is no way we should be where we are now. Not with the leadership team we have, but when your leadership team is not leading, okay, then you got a bigger problem. So we have to course correct. And then we have to say, what a good leader does is you make decisions. We'll reconvene in 2 weeks going into November because this is still the best time of the year, but we're going to have to separate producers from non-producers. We can't have non-producers in the leadership team because it won't work, because we won't give the example that we need to give for the people that we're recruiting on. Okay? Now, I'm saying you're going to have to reassess whether you want to be on the leadership team. That's your decision, because in 2 weeks, your numbers will make the decision. Okay? So, is there anybody with any misunderstanding about where we are over the next 2 weeks? Okay. All right. So, I'm asking you to get creative. I'm not trying to figure out how. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay? If your why is big enough, you'll figure out how. Okay? And what we've been doing over the last 2 weeks is just assessing the regimen. We're talking about what kind of numbers should I be producing. And in every case, the numbers you guys have been producing, you can do in less than an hour. Well, we all know that. Okay? Well, so we know what the work looks like, but can we create a regimen where we're doing the work long enough to get us to the other side? Okay? If I were doing this every day, see, the math on this starts to work for you. At 21 years old, I kept thinking there is no way if I do the math that I wouldn't make 100,000 in this. Okay? No way. There's no way I need a master's degree. There's no way I need pro football. So what I've got to assess very quickly is, can I do the math? And that's what each one of you guys have to do. You need to assess, can I individually do the work necessary? Okay? And it doesn't matter how you do it. Okay? So this forces the day-to-day pit in your stomach that entrepreneurs have. Most people don't have that pit in their stomach because they're not having to make decisions. When I'm on a job, I just go to the job and I process what's there. Well, entrepreneurs, that's not the role of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a creator. You have to be a work creator, okay? And all the money goes to work creators, Okay? Because you got to take something out of nothing and make it work. Talent will not get us there. Everybody has the talent. So I don't want you second guessing, well, I've only been in it so long. No. How long you've been in it is really irrelevant. Okay? In this Zoom era, you will see people that just do the work, that do this in 6 months. Because if they come in doing the work, we've challenged some people to match their income. There's no way if I were doing the work that I couldn't match my income. Now, it is work, don't get me wrong, and it is something that I have to get to the other side, but here's the reality. Most of us never get to the other side because we never create the model that will get me to the other side. Meaning, I don't have to do this forever. I just have to do it long enough to set the pace to identify other people that want the type of career I want. Now, I got to go through the numbers, but I'm saying my goal is not to be the top producer in Primerica for the next 30 years. I got to produce right now so I can show production can be done. But ultimately, freedom comes with me identifying other people who want to do it and me teaching them how to do it. Once you pass the exam, there's no way you cannot teach somebody else how to pass the exam. Okay? I don't care how long it took you to pass the exam. Once you pass the life insurance exam, you could teach somebody else how to pass it. Even if you show them all the things you did wrong. Okay? I messed up. I don't do this, don't do that, you're still a teacher. You're just teaching them how not to do it based on your example. Once you make $1,000, you can teach somebody else how to make $1,000. Here's what I did. Okay. Here's what I did while I was a representative. Once you make 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, again, once I've done it, and see, the beauty with us is we're charging everybody. So you'll be able to see, how did Bailey make $4,000? I mean, how many people did he actually see to make $4,000? I mean, I want to know. How did Reggie build a team? Which I'm excited to see. Reggie is building a team. How did he do that? How many people did he actually talk to? Okay. Because as a leader, we got to assess. I'm telling you, we've got a $100,000 base shop. But it doesn't work if the leaders that we're putting in here don't do their level. Okay. So we've got to determine over the next 2 weeks, are you guys truly going to be the leaders for our office? And if not, it's okay, because it may not be your season. But one of the things I'm telling you guys is you can't waste time and energy with the wrong people. Okay? You can't waste time and energy trying to drag somebody to do something that they should be able to do. I'll help anybody pass the test, but they got to want to pass the test. I'll help anybody get to the next, but they got to want to get to the next level. So your challenge is to take last week's activity and do it in a day, because you got the time. Okay? You have the time to do it. And the reality is you can figure out how to do it. So I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm just telling you, you need to have a blitz week. Okay? And if you have a blitz week, you will be in alignment. Okay? There is no question, because the numbers are irrespective person.